Come to find out that the dude was AI the whole time.
Looking good?
Always.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, Skai. This might be a little weird. This is a little weird. This right here is fucking weird, bro. Look at this shit, bro.
Looking good?
Always.
Oh no. The title of this video is Skai Jackson is losing her mind. I've been seeing her on social media lately about the baby dads and just a whole bunch of shit. We about to get into the video, bro. I don't really know what's going on, honestly. Let this guy enlighten us. Let's see it.
The life of a child star is not an easy one. Whether you look at Orlando Brown, who has clearly fallen off the deep end, or Lindsay Lohan, who also has some insane moments. When these child stars who are uber successful as a youth grow up, it seems as though all the screws that were loose finally fall out and their brains are free to run wild. So my 30-year-old was on Snapchat seeing if I can keep my Snap score up. I ran across Skai Jackson's Snapchat, and I'm gonna tell you right now, she is gone insane.
Skai Jackson staying using AI to show herself with another baby like girl. Does she not already have a baby, or I'm mistaken? Y'all let me know down below in the comment section. But one thing I will say about this, I see a lot of absurd celebrities post absurd shit on Snapchat. And part of me think it's just like a strategy to make more money, because more views obviously equal more money on Snapchat. And then they have brands and shit like that. I don't know. Maybe she might be going crazy though. She might. It's a good chance she might be going crazy. But to give her the benefit of the doubt, she's probably only posting this because she know, this is a lot of controversy around her, bro. Her act is not really too good. I just seen a clip of her acting in something. That shit was ass. If I can find a clip, I'm going to put it in this video.
What? Annie, who is that?
I don't know. Some creep that's been following me.
Come on, Patty. Buzz off, you freak!
That gave me the skeevies.
But it's okay. Probably just some senior trying to get your goat.
That shit was cheeks, my nigga. But y'all get what I'm saying.
Somebody take ChatGPT away from Skai Jackson, please. Please. If you're new to this and you want to be true to this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Our AI overlords are taking over. I'm trying to tell you, the only way that I can verify your existence and that you're not a bot is if you're actually subscribed. I see y'all in the comment section saying this is a breath of fresh air or this feels real. And then I go and check and you're unsubscribed. I know you're a bot. Now, back into the video. For those of you who watch Disney Channel, which at the time I think Disney Channel had fallen off, Jessie was one of the bigger TV shows, and Skai Jackson was looking like one of the budding and bright up and coming stars from that show. But then she went through this awkward phase that I think a lot of child stars go through. They're not really seen much after that. They're in this weird age where they're seen as still a child, especially because of her size and stature and, just who we think she is. We're always gonna remember her from being Jessie, but at the same time, she's grown, she's an adult. And that battle and transition is very, very hard. We've seen people like Madison Pettis embody that, and the way that she did it, guys, I saw pictures of Madison Pettis in lingerie, and I thought to myself, man, The Rock is gonna kill her. So,
Bro, even I think Skai Jackson was on BMF. If you guys ever watched that, a show by 50 Cent. It's about Big Meech, and she was playing as Big Meech's like one of his like side hoes. I ain't gonna call him her girlfriend because I don't think she was his girlfriend, but he was one of his side hoes or whatever the fuck in the show. I mean, the show eventually I think got canceled, but that shit was like fucking cringe. That shit was cringe, bro. And that's not even the clip I'm talking about. I'm talking about the clip. She was just in a recent movie that just came out, and she had a clip, and it was just terrible, bro. Terrible. But it is definitely weird seeing little kid actors grow up, especially kids like her grow up, and they still look the exact same. Like, that's the struggle I'm talking about. It's awkward.
While she's making that transition, she decided to do what everybody else was going to do. She decided to become a social media influencer, leverage the fame and the fans that she had as a child into this new era until she, kicked back off the acting career. But since then, probably the most notably positive situation of her being a social media influencer as an adult has been her appearance on Kai Cenat String. Every other situation has been scarred with a bunch of different incidents that make her look bad. We're talking about the spam pages, shading other people, the laptop incident where she faked the giveaway, getting pregnant by a dude named Yerky, who for what it's worth was also very toxic and apparently abusive. Not saying that that's her fault, but yeah, that's just in there. And now this use of AI to make herself a social media influencer that she could never be. The AI usage started off with her putting up photos of her and her fellow co-star Cameron Boyce from the show Jessie. Now, I do need to remind people that Cameron Boyce is no longer here with us. Cameron died back in 2019
Rest in peace,
due to
man.
complications with
the GOAT.
epilepsy, and I know for a fact that that really took Skai Jackson, you know, by surprise. It really impacted her and affected her. One, because they were super duper close, and two, you know, as a young person dealing with death, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, it actually is very, very hard to cope.
July 6, 2019, he did have epilepsy and unfortunately suffered from a really bad seizure.
Can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with Cameron?
He was in my life for half of my life, which is crazy. I met Cameron, obviously, on Jessie, and we just really built this bond for years and years and years. And he was kind of like a big brother figure to me, you know? And always looked out for me through everything. He really molded me into the person that I am now. But yeah, of course, I miss him every day, but I have him on my phone case, so I get to see him. But yeah, it just makes me like a little bit sad, of course. Like, he's not here. But I know that he would be really proud of me. I know that, like, he loved Dancing with the Stars and he loved, like, dancing. So that's why I'm really excited, like, to do this dance, because it is for him. I'm just really glad that he's here to watch over us, and I just want to show him that this dance is for him.
Give you a hug.
So when
Yeah,
she generated,
it was really sad when Cameron Boyce died. I know this is kind of, you know, some people call it a little parasocial, but I felt that shit when Cameron Boyce died, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was a great actor on Disney. I mean, he played on Descendants, and you know, he was a rising star. And the fact that we almost see him grow up, and he didn't get to really live his life was really sad. And I know it was traumatizing for her and all her other co-stars because they were closer to him.
the AI images, people were saying that it was disrespectful, but parts of me can kind of understand. Look, everybody grieves differently. And I'm not saying that all methods of grieving are healthy, but they should all come with a level of grace and understanding, because while somebody might be boohoo crying one day, somebody might, I don't know, get addicted to drugs, start overeating, get tattoos, different things like that. There's no real way to say that. It is a bit distasteful. I totally get how, especially family members of Cameron Boyce would say that it's a little bit, you know, distasteful for her to be doing such AI renditions of somebody who is deceased, not clearing these things, et cetera, et cetera. But the grace is that, you know, he's not here anymore, and that really hit her. She's grieving. But through this AI image of her friend who is no longer with us, Skai Jackson found a lane, one in which that would have her living out her dreams at the stroke of a keyboard. Her life would go downhill as she aged into adulthood, not living up to expectations, being with different young men that people said weren't for her, friends that she grew up with no longer being here. So she decided that she was going to change that and make up these storylines about her as if this was her real life. She clickbaited a relationship after Yerky, her ex, went to jail, and everyone kind of flocked to the internet to see who this guy was. His arm was a darker shade, so that had a lot of people hyped. I know, real parasocial FC. But come
Really
to find
weird.
out that the dude was AI the whole time.
Looking good?
Always.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, Scott. This might be a little weird. This is a little weird. Cameron Boyce, I get it. I wouldn't do no shit like that personally, but I get it. You know, I truly do. But this right here is fucking weird, bro. Look at this shit, bro.
Looking good?
Always.
Oh no.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's
I need to go
cringe,
get her. Debbie Ryan, is that her name? Y'all need to go check in on her. Now, I'm gonna be speculating here, and this is gonna be a little fanfic FC, but I do think that Skai Jackson is using this AI to live out the dreams and escape the past and realities that she currently is situated in. I alluded to it before, but the situation with her boyfriend is not a healthy one at all. Supposedly he is abusive. Supposedly they are not together. They're always screaming. They're always fighting, et cetera, et cetera. People have even captured that imagery while they were outside having a screaming match.
Yeah, I remember
with
this
each
is
other.
going viral too. What's up with this music?
You kind of look like me, but I got a question, cuz. How do I get a famous hoe pregnant, cuz?
You gotta keep it P, man. Yeah, keep it P.
Be that nigga. I'm trying to get Zendaya, cuz. Hey, fucking Jesse works. Can you put in a word for me, cuz? Hey, put the word in it.
Wildly enough, Yerky, her baby daddy, has been seen dissing, seemingly, Cameron Boyce, Skai Jackson's childhood friend who was deceased.
That nigga in this wood right here, man. Stop comparing me to a dead nigga, though. The fuck? Is y'all cool? Like, what the fuck? Is y'all cool? Y'all keep on comparing me to a nigga that's dead.
Now, for what it's worth,
and you know, I don't know Skai Jackson's background, but I'm assuming she's from the suburban area because I feel like most actors, like I don't know, she just gave me suburban vibes. Is that crazy to say? I feel like she was from the burbs, and I feel like her being attracted to YNs is kind of like she's low-key rebelling. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe her parents ain't let her talk to boys when she was growing up, whatever. I don't know. She knows she shouldn't be talking to this guy, but she does it anyway. She's one of those girls who goes after the bad boys, quote unquote, and she gets a kick out of it. I damn thinks that's how Skai Jackson is.
chose him, Skai Jackson, so you should have to live with him. But I know escaping those realities is very important. After a situation where he allegedly assaulted her while she was holding her 3-year-old child, apparently he had grabbed her up and kind of mushed her and pushed her around. I don't know. It's
That's
alleged.
crazy.
He is now in prison, supposedly over a robbery that he was participating in.
Yo! So it looks like the internet was right about Skai Jackson's baby daddy, Yerky. So if you haven't been paying attention, it's been reported that he's been sentenced to 26 years in prison.
26 years? Oh my God. I didn't know that.
Being convicted of 3 aggravated robberies. The fact that they had a kid was crazy, but they should have never even been together in the first place. Skai Jackson is from a Disney show. Hey, Jesse. They are from 2 completely different worlds. And from what I remember about their relationship, she messaged him while he was in jail originally. Women who like bad boys, they're rule breakers, they're an escape. Skai Jackson was a childhood actor, which means that she probably lived a very structured and restricted lifestyle growing up. He provided her that escape. It really is a lesson, ladies. That guy that you're messing with, that's fun and he's hot and cold and he's got good, he's cool for the moment, but when it comes down to actually having a family with him, it's gonna be a horrible decision every single time and he can destroy your entire life.
But so now she's taking to AI to right all these wrongs, but it is done in the creepiest way possible. First of all, the internet doesn't forget. Second of all, you could just actually date some people. I don't know why you have to make up this fantasy dream-like situation to better yourself. This isn't gonna be some way for you to get a bunch of fans or stands behind you and support you in this newfound endeavor. Hell, people actually hate this AI content.
The downfall of Skai Jackson is actually incredibly sad if you really think about it. A couple of minutes ago, I was watching a clip of her on the Jennifer Hudson show, and the comments were loving it. Now, the video is like 2 years old, but they were like, oh my God, I love Skai Jackson. It's so great to see her grown up. I love the way she carries herself. And now if you look at Skai Jackson right now, what is she doing? Posting AI slop consistently, y'all. And I know some of her fellow counterparts have also been working hard and getting other things right. And so it's just so sad to see that she was able to achieve that and that her life just succumbed to, you know, YNs and AI slop.
When it's 80 degrees on Christmas Day, we're all blaming Skai Jackson. I'm blaming her because every day it's a new AI post. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Like, I'm in labor. What? Now she a young boy. Now, why does she generate Cameron Boyce and her baby together?
Yeah, this one's weird. I know I'm showing sympathy, but this one right here is really weird. I don't know about this one, Skai.
Mind you, this is a deceased man. Now she pregnant again with a white man.
For what it's worth, Skai Jackson isn't the worst child star out there. Sure, she probably has a bunch of different incidents. None of them are criminal, though. You know, they're weird. They make her look bad in public eye. That doesn't mean that people shouldn't look into this situation and help. Going from being a child star who people look up to, want to be friends with, etc., to this adult that is just trying to find a way can be a hard life to navigate. For what it's worth, she may have some sort of arrested development because I somehow tap into Skai Jackson every once in a while, and some of the shit she says / does is really weird. I wish she would take note from her doppelganger. Well, this would be her like Dr. Jekyll, or this would be her Mr. Hyde, Marsai Martin. She's doing a fantastic job out there. Somebody who's gone from being a child star to successful entrepreneur businesswoman in her own right. That's about the same age. But I say all that to say, it just seems as though Skai Jackson is having a cry for help type moment. And it
Yeah.
isn't the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time, but at some point somebody does have to step in. We can't keep infantilizing these child stars simply due to the fact that when we came home from school, we took a nap, ate dinner, played a little bit, and then cut them on television. Just because they were at the Nickelodeon Awards or they were the background for my childhood doesn't mean that they are stuck as a child forever. These people should be held accountable. That's why my generation holds people like Drake Bell accountable. He came out on that Nickelodeon documentary about the nasty and disgusting and abusive things that they were doing at that Disney lot, and I saw his face. It instantly registered to me. Yeah, he's no longer a kid. He's no longer a teen. He's no longer a peer of mine. He's like 40 fucking years old.
That's
and needs to be
crazy.
held accountable. Sure, you may have went through some traumatic instances, and I can't separate that from your story, but at the end of the day, you're 40, gang. You know what you're doing. And the same thing with Skai Jackson. This is your reality now. You need to really face these things. Cut the AI off. Stop prompting Chat GPT and go out there and be an adult.